The first half of the year is gone, and you're looking back thinking, where did all my time go? Maybe you promised you'd launch a new service by April. Maybe you meant to start networking. Maybe you wanted to improve your health. Whatever it was, that sinking feeling that you've wasted time, missed opportunities, or just fallen behind is more common than you think. And it's not because you're lazy or unfocused. It's because life, you, and your business have evolved since January. Hi, I'm Bianca. I mentor self-employed professionals into having a better relationship with time. I'm specialized in productivity, and if that's something you want to hear more about, you should subscribe and stick around. Today, I'm going to walk you through a mid-year reset so you can stop guilt-tripping yourself and start building momentum for the rest of the year. Step number 1, release guilt and reflect on what's holding you back. The goals you set in January, they were like spotting a star in the night sky and deciding, that's my direction. But as you started treading toward it, you found rivers, mountains, wind, storms. The land has its own geography. You have to find ways around. So frame it as this. Recalculating the route is a normal business skill. It's not a personal failure. Now, try to understand what has been holding you back. Ask yourself, what do I get out of staying the same? What makes it comfortable for me to stay where I am? As much as I say that I'm dissatisfied with progress, what aspect of it actually feels comfortable and familiar? This is called secondary gain. Sometimes it's the comfort of familiar chaos. Sometimes it's fear of failure. And sometimes it's the sneaky fear of success. Because with success comes new responsibilities, higher expectations, visibility you're not used to, outgrowing old routines, and that's unknown. For example, maybe you say you want more clients, but deep down you're worried that that'll take away your flexibility. So there's an internal dispute. So go on and explore what could be some unconscious beliefs that were driving your behavior thus far. Hearing all sides of the stories is the only way to negotiate a win-win solution. Step number 2, audit your habits and projects. So, a habit audit. Here's an exercise. Consider which habits should you continue, stop, pause, and start. Continue is for things that you're doing well and can keep going, like read what's trending in my industry every week. Stop because it's no longer making sense or aligned with my values. Like stop saying yes to projects that are outside my core offer. Pause. Pause is a place for things that are good, but not now. Like pause networking events that are currently distracting from sending proposals. Start. What needs to be incorporated in your routine this year? For example, every end of day, I'm gonna make sure I mark down all the messages I didn't get back to as unread. Do try this exercise for your personal habits as well, not just work. And really try to narrow down the amount of habits you're trying to incorporate this year. Because every new habit takes not only time, but attention and sometimes money. So what you can do is have habits for this year and some habits that you're only gonna chase after in 2026. That way you don't lose sight of it and protect your current time to use it in a more focused way. And for that you can simply create a calendar event on January 1st with 2026 habits to chase. And now it's safe and sound, so you're graciously reminded at the right time. Now for projects. A project is anything that takes more than one sitting. List all projects currently on your plate, big or small, work or personal. Then split them into 2 pools. 2025 projects, things you still must implement this year, and 2026 projects, things you will not start until next year. And remember, building a habit counts as a project because it's not an overnight thing. As you make your 2025 list, consider rewriting some of these things because I am pretty sure some of them are gonna bleed over 2026. So I want you to rewrite a portion that can be finished in December. So you might have to break it down, and that's okay. You do this so you know exactly what you want done by the end of the year, okay? Step number 3, choose your top priorities and build your momentum plan. So from your 2025 projects list, choose 5 priorities. And I encourage you, at least one should be health related. Because without health, our capacity dramatically shrinks. Okay? Once you've done that, pick one out of those 5 to be your focus for the year. What that means is, out of everything that you'll do, this is the one you guarantee gets done. This one gets priority sitting in your weekly planning, in your monthly planning. It's VIP. Okay, now that you have those chosen, let's talk about execution and keeping momentum. You're gonna have a little monthly routine. So add a monthly event to your calendar called monthly planning, where you will, number 1, ask yourself, considering where I want to be by the end of the year, where do I need to be by the end of this month? The answer is the focus of the month list. Revise your scheduled events for the whole month and ask yourself, do I need to cancel or postpone anything to make room for my focus of the month? That's it, but it takes a little time and attention to do. And this focus of the month list, keep it visible on your desk, on your wall, because you're gonna need it for another recurrence. Alright, so you have your projects and habits decided. So basically you want to have them all accomplished by December, right? Here's an execution routine I recommend so you keep creating and hitting the right milestones toward them. You're gonna need it for the weekly revision. Add a weekly reminder to your calendar called weekly planning, where you will, number 1, ask yourself, considering where I want to be by the end of the month, where do I need to be by the end of this week? The answer is the focus of the week list. Number 2, revise all scheduled events for the week and ask yourself, do I need to cancel or postpone anything to make room for my focus of the week? For this one, I like to keep it visible on the calendar itself. I create a little all-day event that sits on top of the day, but then I make it last 7 days. So it's at the top of every single day as a reminder of my intention. This is how you keep momentum. A frequency of checkpoints where you create milestones for the very short term. Step number 4, prepare for the enthusiasm fallacy. We know we historically get very excited about things, take and run with them, only to lose steam a couple weeks later. Well, enthusiasm is like riding the crest of a wave. It'll come down eventually and dissipate. It's normal. There's nothing wrong with you. That's how enthusiasm works. And because we acknowledge this pattern, we can prepare for it. Here's a crazy idea. Create an external motivator. Book a little trip for yourself or prepay for a little reward. Put money on the line. I really think this works. And attach a date to it, like December 31st or something. That way we create perspective for the effort phase that we're putting in. We create limits. We put boundaries on this extra effort that we're putting in. Because any physical or mental strain that we have to put in, if it doesn't have an outline, it just is. It occupies all the space in our heads. And what we're doing with having a date and attaching a little reward to it, it's like seeing a light at the end of the tunnel for some hope and motivation when certain days come where things are really hard. So that's a little fun thing you can do. I also urge you to reconsider projects that could wait and start in 2026. This isn't about removing things, it's about keeping what matters most. Lastly, I want you to remind yourself of this intention to make a good use of your time. I want you to have some sort of object or thing that reminds you of your intention to make good use of your time until the end of the year. It could be a quote, an image, an object, something that can stay where you work, so it's always visible. Choose now. What could be this thing? This anchoring. And yes, it could be a photo of the destination you're going to in case you're traveling. Alright, so this reset is about giving yourself a fresh, clear runway to finish the year stronger than you started. And since you're riding the crest of the wave right now, in this other video I expand on how to keep your focus and attention during deep work. It's a must-see. Check it out here. And happy rest of the year. Towards them? I don't know. Whatever.